Welcome to News Uncut, Goa 365 News Uncut. With me is MLA from AAP MLA from Delhi, Raghav Chadha. He's been a long time spokesman of AAP, even when AAP were out of power, just getting into scrambling. And today AAP is in power for the second term with a huge majority. Welcome to Goa 365 AAP. You've been in Goa since yesterday.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. Yesterday, for your press conference, you were very forthcoming, very in your face, reminiscent of your Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal in the olden days when he was, just getting into power, but not the normal what you all are doing nowadays. Now you all are more into, trying to be more statesman-like. So, and the challenge. So I would like to start with that challenge, that Power Minister Nilesh Cabral challenge. How did you all decide to go so much at the electricity and the power and Nilesh Cabral?
Look, for a very long time, one has learnt and been given to understand that people of Goa are fed up of the electricity bills. They're just sick and tired of the skyrocketing prices that they have to pay in, for consuming electricity power. Now, the power minister of the Goa government the other day made a remark saying that his electricity model and the BJP's electricity model is much better than the Kejriwal model of electricity. And he is so sure about his statement and his contention that he wishes to hold a public debate on this issue. He even went to the extent of saying that he wants to finance the expenditure of anyone who wishes to come from Delhi to Goa to have this public debate with him. So I accepted. I said, fine, challenge accepted. I announced that some 1 week ago, I announced that I'll be reaching Goa on the 17th of November by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And let's have this debate. Let the people of Goa see and understand the merits, demerits of the Kejriwal model of electricity and the BJP model of electricity. And it'll only be in the interest of democracy. It's a healthy practice in democracy to have a debate between two ideologies, two political parties, two leading forces in the state. Absolutely. And it would have benefit. Somehow, the moment he's sort of I got to know that I'm serious about this acceptance of his challenge, he got cold feet. He chickened out. And what one has been given to understand is that his party high command has reprimanding him and the party leadership, and they've asked them to not indulge in any such public debate. Now, if a chief minister and the Goa leadership of the BJP cannot even participate in a public debate on the issue of electricity without the consent of the high command, can they govern fearlessly in the interest of Goa, or will they, for every small thing, refer to the high command sitting in Delhi? So the fact is that it appears that they are solely driven by high command and solely driven by personal interest and not by the Goan interest.
Fair enough. Now, this BJP is a party, north-based party, of course. Today it's ruling at the center in this. But so is AAP. So how do you differentiate between the BJP and AAP, or even the Congress for that matter? Because one point I would like to bring in later is that ultimately AAP, as you said, and as we've been hearing from your other leaders, that you all don't feel that the Congress is an opposition. You all don't feel that the Congress is doing its role as an opposition, and you all want to supplant because you all want to basically give an opposition to the BJP the way you've done in Delhi.
Look, your BJP and Congress are ordinary, everyday, run-of-the-mill political parties. Okay. Aam Aadmi Party is a breath of fresh air.
That's a strong statement.
Aam Aadmi Party is a breath of fresh air. Aam Aadmi Party is a political startup that everybody wishes to invest in. Correct. And this political startup has become, a ray of hope for the people of Goa. People of Goa now look towards the Kejriwal model of development. They also want free electricity, they want free water, they want excellent hospitals, best public healthcare setup, they want excellent schools that can outdo the private schools. All this has happened in Delhi. I'm not speaking, just out of my head. These are evidence-based policies that we've demonstrated, delivered in one part of the country, and they can be replicated in the other part of the country as well. And speaking of Congress, quite frankly, is becoming irrelevant as far as electoral politics of this country and that of Goa is concerned. Now, 17 of Congress's MLAs won the last time around. 12 of them joined the BJP in a jiffy right after the elections. Another 2 of them did not themselves join, but their children joined the BJP. So in a sense, you vote for the Congress, they go to BJP. You vote for a Congress, they go to BJP. So this politics of betrayal that the Congress party has been practicing for quite some time stands thoroughly exposed, and now people don't even wish to waste their vote on Congress. Quite frankly, I think the next assembly election will be a straight fight between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party, and anyone voting for any other force will essentially be wasting their vote.
How can you say that? Is AAP prepared politically
Look,
to take on these 40 constituencies?
Look, when we, to be honest, when we fought our first election in the year 2013, a lot of
Where,
people
in
used
Delhi?
to say the exact in Delhi.
In Delhi.
People used to say in Delhi. People used to say
Okay.
the exact same thing. Oh, are
Okay.
you prepared? Do you have an organization? Do you even have candidates? Do your candidates know how to fight an election? You don't look like politician. You don't speak like politician. You have no understanding. You don't have the media power, muscle power, and the money power to back you. You have no political godfathers. What will you do? And we said, look, if the people want change, if the people want this hope to transform into reality, they will vote for us. And what happened? People voted for us. And in our first election, we did exceedingly well, and we formed the government. It's perhaps for the first time in the history of independent India that a political party that was formed literally 11 months ago, prior to its fighting its first election, won the election. So it's quite a remarkable achievement that we have already sort of demonstrated, and now I think people of Goa are yearning for change, and that change seems to be coming to them in the form of Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay, I'll come back to this a little later, the politics part of it. I want to go back to your electricity, the challenge, and then this. Now, why do you feel now? For example, now our local Goa representative is not there. You are there. Why do you feel that the Delhi model is better than the I know you explained in the press conference, but could you give us some specific details?
Look, I'll give you a good comparison between Goa and Delhi, which will explain the whole thing to you.
Okay.
Now, in Delhi, the annual budget is roughly 60,000 crores. And
Yes.
the total population of Delhi is 2 crore people. 60,000 crore divided by 2 crore people comes to about rupees 30,000. That means that the Kejriwal government is spending 30,000 rupees per person per year. In that
Correct.
30,000, we are giving free water, free electricity, pension to old women, money for marriage of the daughter of the house. We are giving free public transport to all females. Over and above that, we have the best possible government schools in the country, which are outdoing private schools in terms of infrastructure, in terms of quality of education, in terms of teachers. And as far as healthcare is concerned, all medicines, tests, operations, medical treatment is absolutely free of cost and state of the art. You have mohalla clinics in every nook and corner. You have your tertiary care super specialty hospitals that are well equipped with the best possible equipment and technology. And you get all of this and much more in only rupees 30,000 spent per annum per person in Delhi. Now let's come to Goa. Goa has a budget of roughly 21,000 crores. The population of Goa is 15 lakhs. 21,000 crores divided by 15 lakhs comes to about 1,40,000 rupees. That means
Yes, correct.
the government of Goa is spending rupees 1,40,000 per person per year in Goa, while we are spending only 30,000. In 30,000, we can give so much. Why can't the government of Goa give so much in 1,40,000? They should be in a position to give 5 times more benefit and do 5 times the amount of welfare that we are doing in the state of Goa. Why are they unable to do this? Why can't they give free electricity? Why can't they even have a debate on the model of free electricity? So these are the two models that I'm talking about. And the main differentiator between these two models is the political will. The political will of an honest party, of an honest government that practices honest politics, whose agenda is to eradicate politics that is based on corruption, communalism, and criminalization.
This political will, could you give us some details of the political will, juxtaposing it with Goa on where it is? I want to speak about this because in Goa there's a big that the BJP party is looking after women, it's looking after old people. On that, could you tell us what Delhi is doing?
No, as I said, free bus rides for all women, pension schemes
Everybody,
women.
all women across ages,
across ages, every
Okay.
female across
Okay.
ages, even if it's a 5-year-old girl or a 95-year-old lady, Everyone's public transport and buses is absolutely free of cost. Over
Okay.
and above that, we give money as pension to old females. We give money in terms of widow pension. We give
Okay.
money in term for getting the daughter of the house married in the event that the family comes from a below poverty sort of background. And there are
Okay.
several such initiatives. Our Anganwadi schemes are doing phenomenally well. There are several such things that we're doing. I am only trying to say that if one government in one small part of this country can do this with 30,000 rupees per head, why can't the government of Goa with 1,40,000 per head do this? Now, where is this money going in Goa is the big question. Where is this money? Who is pocketing this money?
Anyway, what I don't know. Anyway, your guess is as good as mine, and we let's not go get into that. Like, so basically, what you're trying to say is that it's the will, that the implementation is bad, and the will of this government is bad. He doesn't want to do it. He cannot do it. He doesn't know how. What is it?
I think they neither know how nor do they wish to know how,
Okay.
because they simply lack the political will. If they had the political will, they could have done it by now. At least if they had the political will, they should have confronted me with this public debate. Why is there no public debate? They invited me to come all over to all the way to Goa. On their invitation, I came. I didn't even ask them to bear my expenses. I borne my expenses on my own, and still they don't show up. What does it show? Every Goan today is asking. I was traveling across Goa just now. I've just returned from the streets. People are asking, did the debate happen? Why did it not happen? Why did these people run away? They don't have answers. The electricity is expensive. Good, you guys have promised, and we have made a very categorical, important announcement that within 48 hours of forming the government in Goa, the Aam Aadmi Party government will reduce the electricity prices. 73% of Goans will get zero electricity bills, and another 20% Goans will get 50% reduction in their electricity bills. This is a huge promise which we are making, and we have demonstrated this in our government in Delhi. Now we will replicate that in Goa.
What about okay, electricity? The challenge is given, not accepted. Now Nilesh says that if you were if that he's a MLA from Goa, and if a Goan if you were a Goan MLA, he would have debated, or if it was the power minister, you were debated. Now I was watching your press conference yesterday, and this also, you said you tried calling him up, and then you said that you would be willing to bring your power minister to debate with him. Does that offer still stands? Is it open?
I said to him that why don't you debate with me? He says, I don't debate with you because I have protocol issues. You are not the
Okay.
power minister.
Okay.
I say to him that, look, Mr. Cabral, you are elected by the people of Goa, I am elected by the people of Delhi. Protocol
Correct.
matches. You are
Correct.
an MLA from Goa, I am an MLA from Delhi. Protocol matches. You are part of the government of Goa, I am part of the government of Delhi. Protocol matches. I look after one portfolio in the administration of Delhi. You look after one portfolio in the administration of Delhi. Protocol matches. There's a complete match of protocol. When he raises these issues of protocol, he's raising these issues simply because these are excuses. Because he has been reprimanded by his high command to not participate in any such debate. Tomorrow he will say that due to protocol issues, I will not debate with you because you are wearing a blue shirt or you are younger to me. He can make any such excuses. But the fact of the matter is that it was a great opportunity for the people of Goa to understand the demerits of both the models, the Kejriwal model and the BJP model, which has not happened.
Okay. So would you be willing to extend the scope of this debate? Now we spoke about electricity is not taken. Now that the BJP government in the state is one of its hallmarks is there, that it looks after, it gives pension to ladies, to women, to this. Would you be the AAP be willing to debate on those issues with the government of Goa?
No. We are, of course, we will be willing to debate on all these issues that they wish to debate on. In fact, on this electricity issue, I didn't give them the offer to debate with me or with the Aam Aadmi Party. It was
The
them.
challenge
They
did not
themselves-
come from you. Yes, it came from the
The
Goa
challenge
government.
came
Yes.
from them. Whatever they wish to debate on, we are ready. It's very healthy in a democracy for two parties to debate. Why should we run away from debate? We are not used to running away from debate. But the fact is, my question remains. You may be giving one or two schemes to the government through the government to the people of Goa. We
Okay.
are giving far more with much less expenditure on the exchequer. So why can't the government of Goa do much more? And where is this money going? And why can't Goans enjoy free electricity? It is their right to have free electricity. If we can deliver this under the Kejriwal government, why can't Goans have that?
Would that be a topic of debate for you next? Also, if somebody comes up with some discussion
on power.
no, on all these, why can't on power? 30,000 is not only power; it's power plus, and 1,40,000 is
No,
power
of course.
plus.
Of course. I'm saying, even if you were to, let's say, I am trying to say that let's compare the welfare schemes of both governments.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So with welfare schemes of one government, with expenditure of 30,000, we can do so much. But
Correct.
Goa government, on the other hand, with welfare schemes and the spend of 1,40,000 rupees per person, is able to do very little. Why? How is it that government of Delhi can do so much and government of Goa is doing very little? Why can't government of Goa do more? And if they can't, you resign. We'll form the government and we'll do it.
Before they resign, at least they should have a debate with you, no? Okay,
Yes,
just-
you should convince them to have a debate with me.
Absolutely. Okay. Now, anyway, now this is another challenge that AAP has given to the Goa government regarding the welfare schemes, because even Goa government feels that it's doing a lot of welfare schemes in the AAP. So maybe let's see what. Now let's Raghav. This was reiterating
Look,
and
for
Yeah.
them, it is, look, first let Mr. Cabral finish this power debate.
okay.
Since he has started this, let him come
Fair
to
enough.
us, come back to us and have this debate first. I am still
Correct.
in Goa. I will leave by the evening. If he wishes to have a debate now, I am more than happy to come and debate with him. But the
Okay.
fact is, why is he running away from this simple debate? I mean,
Correct.
it will only benefit the people of Goa. And he, on the other day, he was so eager. He said, I'm going to spend money on any person who wishes to come from Delhi to Goa. Now he is withdrawing that challenge. So what has changed? If this government is driven by high command, can this government then actually deliver for the Goans without keeping the consent or the lack of it from the high command in mind? That is the moot point.
Fair enough. Now, moving on to a little bit talking about high command and politics. Now, see, fine, to form a government, you need to win elections. Now, last time, unlike what happened in Delhi, AAP did not do too well in the last elections. So, what makes you think that there will be a change this time in your election? There's about 16 months left for election. Do you think that AAP will do better this time, and why?
Look, things have, of course, changed and improved.
Yes.
First of all, if one were to just look at the politics of Goa over the last few months and years, you will find that the political landscape is now being reshaped, and
Absolutely.
people are tired of this politics of betrayal. Every politician that is elected today has been in every party, and people don't want this. People want, if you vote for a particular political party, for changing that particular political party and moving to another one is betrayal of the mandate given to you by the people. And therefore, I think what people of Goa are now looking for is an honest alternative. They say that, look, let us give Aam Aadmi Party a chance at least once. Let these upright, non-corrupt people who have unimpeachable integrity at least try and govern once. And we are sick and tired of this regular run-of-the-mill political parties. Delhi has seen such, a tremendous amount of development. Why can't we give them an opportunity and see what they can do for the people of Goa? Of course, in the days to come, the Goa unit, which is an independent unit, will on its own design, campaigns, etc., and reach out to people on these lines. And it is for them to campaign. And quite frankly, I mean, this question has been asked of us even in Delhi and other parts of the country. It is not for the Aam Aadmi Party to decide. It is for the people of Goa to decide. Today the people of Goa are looking at it as this ray of hope. It is for them to take this ray of hope and actually culminate this into something significant. It is for the people, and people will do it. People will fight the election. People will form the government.
Fair enough, but election also is an art, it's a science, it takes a lot of infrastructure, which you all have, there is no doubt, because I have seen, which you all have done in Delhi. So last time, obviously, in Goa, it didn't work. So this time, are you guys looking at getting yourselves organized, getting your, I know this your oximeter program you all had started, but what is the, have you all started working on the organized, or you all are just waiting for the people, no, people will vote for us? Is that what you all are looking at, or you all are getting organized, getting properly this? Because ultimately you have to, you all are seeking to replace the grand old party, the Congress, which has been here for donkey's years.
Look, Aam Aadmi Party is a bunch of hardworking, upright people.
Correct.
Of course, all of the above, as you have said, will be done. But above all, it is now an important inflection point in the history of Goan politics, where this brand new force seems to be emerging and challenging these big parties. And these big parties are running helter-skelter. This is not the power of Aam Aadmi Party. This is the power of Aam Aadmi. This is the power of the common man in Goa. And Goans are looking forward to this. Goans are looking forward to change. It is the party of the Goans, for the Goans, and by the Goans.
So now, one thing you are making very clear is that the decisions about Goa and about the way Goa is going to be done by the local unit of the party, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Of course.
So whatever decisions, whatever programs, whatever everything, it's going to be Goa driven.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is entirely. You look, even my appearance in Goa is on the request of my Goa unit. It is for them to decide. It is for them to pick on issues. It is for them to decide how to take this forward. And when I say the Goa unit, I essentially mean the people of Goa.
Correct, absolutely.
It's for the people of Goa. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. It was. This is Raghav Chadha. He came to Goa. He made, as he says, based on a challenge from the Power Minister. He came. He had, now according to he made the call. He didn't pick up. There was no debate. Hopefully, because I know Nilesh, and Nilesh normally doesn't back off from. You probably may be right. He was asked. He normally doesn't back off from a challenge. So maybe you're right. Maybe the High Command
not
told
even
him
after giving that challenge. One day prior to my arrival in Goa, he in an open press conference said, "I never gave a challenge." So even we withdrew his challenge on camera after giving a challenge. So I don't know what's going on. You know.
Because Nilesh is not normally a guy to back off. This is from what we know of him, so I don't know. Anyway, maybe you're right. Maybe it was some diktats from top or whatever.
I don't know, maybe.
Yes. Raghav, thanks a lot for coming on Goa 365.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.